So, we're live, everybody. Sorry about that. We're a few minutes later than I was expecting. I had my therapy for my PTSD. So, get my RC truck here a little closer for you guys. Just jump in as you can, guys, okay? I understand some of you may be working. This is just me instead of recording it and posting it. It's easier for me to do it this way. You may hear kids in the background. You may hear even a dog in the background because my kids love to make him howl, my new dog. But what we're doing today is I got my new servo for the steering and my new gearbox, since that's the only way they could get me brakes to work for it. So let me moderator real quick, Jeff. So what we gotta do first, this is the old servo, and as you can tell, there's mounting brackets on it that we gotta take off real quick. And see, here's the new servo that they just sent me. It's their 15 kilogram all metal gear servo, waterproof too, which is, you guys know that's relative because they sometimes what they mean waterproof means water resistant. So every week or two I'll be doing this live too. So it won't always be RC cars because I know some of you are more into RC planes. So I'll probably go live when I get the A6 from Dave, and we'll put it together and test everything live for you guys. And if I'm feeling better tomorrow, I won't go live because I don't have enough subs to go live on my phone, but I'm going to film my flight tomorrow. If I'm feeling better, I'm more than likely going to... Sorry, guys, someone's messaging me. Okay, doesn't matter. So I haven't been feeling very good between my back and allergies with the fans we've had to dry the water out from the pipe that broke last week. So feel a little better today. Hopefully tomorrow I'm feeling well enough I can go fly the Kingfisher and get some more time on my belt. And kids are actually excited to watch me fly at the park. So let's get started on getting these parts transferred over here real quick. Did I grab the right? Yeah, I did. So almost every part on this truck is, hex. Most of you already know this, but get yourself a good set of drivers like I did. I mean, mine aren't the world's greatest, but I wasn't using drivers, and I would strip screws out all the time. So make sure you get yourself some drivers to prevent stripping. So I don't know about some of you guys, but for me, working on stuff is just as therapeutic as driving or flying. So just with the situation way things have been recently, sorry I haven't had very many flying videos up. Sorry. I learned this from working on full-size cars or even my guns when I need to fix something on them. I always transfer a part to a new part one step at a time, so that way you don't install it wrong. So this may seem a little tedious, guys, this way I do stuff. I hope everybody's having a great day today so far. We got Mr. GB Linden tonight at, it's 7:30 my time. And I gotta find that screw real quick. Hang on a second, guys. So 7:30 my time. we got GB Linden, and then before that we have Ethan RC and Flaps if he's available, and then they're usually about 6 my time, about 5 o'clock for Mr. GB, which is a little early because I know GB works. Unlike Days RC and myself, some of you work, so some of these earlier shows are a little difficult for you guys. I understand that, so. Okay, so let's get this other one off. So what was happening, some of you haven't seen the video. I was having problems with the servo, and in that video I showed you guys some of this stupid it was doing. But even when I hooked the receiver up, not even the servo saver, it was doing the same thing. So I think there's possibly a small short in the servo. So even with the receiver, you would center it on the transmitter, and then you'd go drive it, and it would recenter itself somewhere else, and you'd also lose steering too. So, and this is how big one of these tires are, so a lot of weight to lose steering, especially when you're going 40 miles an hour. The last time I drove it, I was lucky I was going slow. I was able to hit the brakes. I still hit my son by accident because he was filming. Just don't tell my wife that, LOL. Anybody get some flying done today or yesterday? We finally had summer weather here, Robert. No, there's no way to adjust it. They're just, even though they're a metal gear, 15 kilogram, they're just a cheap servo. There's not really anything you can, I mean, there might be, but where it's a cheap servo, I don't think it's worth it. It's only like if I were to have paid for it myself, it's only like a $20 servo, which isn't cheap by any means, but it's not expensive by any means. Some of your stupid screws. Some of your really expensive servos can be like $100. So, well, good old Murphy's Law is getting to me here, you guys. You know how it is when you're recording your live. Things don't always like to cooperate, so I'll just get both of them started here real quick. So you're up in Canada, aren't you, Robert? I know most of the rest of us are down here in the U.S., but you're up in Canada, aren't you? You back at work, Jeff? So, Robert, I'm over below British Columbia. I'm in southwestern Idaho. So, I'm over towards the part of Canada where GB and Breckenroy are, near British Columbia. How's it going, Wild Bill? Just working on the Nitro RC monster truck I got for my birthday. Finally got replacement parts from Redcat that'll work. I guess I'll show you guys this. Where's the other? Let me bring it closer to you guys. So, you guys can see that I have a cross-drilled brake disc on here now with brake pads. These are the brakes they sent me that won't work for the gearbox I have on it. So they actually sent me this gearbox with the correct piece right here, this drive cup, because they didn't have this drive cup available just because of this virus going on. So yeah, Robert, Idaho is really beautiful, especially the more north you go. Mr. Dave's RC was stationed in, or not stationed, he had to drive through Idaho once when he was in the Army down here. So, but southern Idaho is way different than northern. It's high desert where I'm at here in Boise. So, but so I've got upgraded brakes now that were no cost to me. Oops, sorry. That came with the brake discs as well. I got a new gearbox that we'll put on here in a second. In fact, let's take the old gearbox off real quick. I have this supported right here because this front clip is plastic, and with the weight of the axle, I'm not supported with the upper plates. You can see how it flexes, and I just don't want to break it. So the gearbox just has 6 screws on the bottom here, right in here, and I know that's kind of hard to see. Oh yeah, they ripped everything out, Randy, that got wet. So, oh cool, Robert. So you grew up in Southern Cali near Edwards. Okay. So you grew up in kind of a dry climate too, because Edwards is a little warmer in the summer than I am, but we get a lot of our moisture in the winter, just like most of California does, unless you're in Northern California. But yeah, Randy, they ripped everything out last week and then sprayed antimicrobial. They also put fans on it. And that's what's been making me sick, because the fans have been kicking up dust. Between having little kids and dogs and hard floors in my house, there's a lot of dust that got kicked up, and then with the demo as well. So, and after being in dang Iraq, everything dust related makes me sick. So, gotta love freaking Iraq. Oh wait, no I don't. Don't want to ever go back either. So we got Robert up in Canada, in Alberta. We got Wild Bill down in Tucson, which is near where I went to flight school for the Army. We got Mr. Randy R. Huffin 13 in Tennessee, and if I remember right, he's near Nashville. And then Jeff's Custom, I can't remember if it's North Carolina or South Carolina. And then Dave's RC is up in the state of Maine. Well, Mr. Randy, I'm allergic to most mold, not just black. So if there was even just normal mold, I'd be getting even sicker than I am. But yeah, thanks for the advice, buddy, because anytime you deal with mold, it's a pain in the rear. Okay, so we got the old gearbox off, and you can see how this piece, instead of being rounded like the other one, is hexagonal. And that's why the brakes they sent me won't work, because this is the newer design. But with the virus, the suppliers in China haven't sent the parts that go with this drive cup. So And so it's kind of just the nature of the beast right now with the virus. Okay, so this is the fun part, you guys. So we've got two of these that hook up in the front. So this is the front of the gearbox, and this is the rear to drive the rear and front axle. So as we're putting this in, we have to put these, they're dog bones, but we have to put these, they're in a car you'd call a drive line. We have to put these drive lines back in. So, and just give me a second, you guys, because apparently I had both of them here and now they're not. So, lovely PTSD, I get ahead of myself and forget where I put stuff. This one, I think it goes right there. Where's the other one at? Shoot. Not sure where I put it, you guys, but we can at least put the rear back on with the new gearbox. So I'll go in just like this. So we have to get the gearbox dog bone lined up, and then oh crap, where are they at? So you don't have to get them colored like mine, but I recommend getting a pair of forceps, or where I got these from is my wife's quilt shop. They're called Redcat, but they allow you to grab stuff, and so these are really helpful. Have a good rest of your day at work, Mr. Wild Bill. The rest of us will play while you're at work, buddy. Just kidding. So what I'm doing is just lining this up with, there's a drive cup on the axle just like on the transmission. So it's not difficult, but it can be annoying because, you know, gravity likes to do its own thing. So, okay, so we got the dog bone in, got lined up here. So now what we got to do, oh, come on, cooperate stuff. See what I mean? As soon as I move one thing before I get secured, everything else fell out. So that's the frustrating part. So you can sometimes use tweezers for this kind of stuff, but because these dog bones are so thick, the tweezers don't really work. Oh snap. Squiddy boy is in here. I don't know if I should add you as a moderator, Squiddy. Too late, already did. So you probably won't like this Air Marshal because it's RC car related instead of RC plane. And it's nitro, not electric. So I've been installing new parts that were on warranty from Redcat Air Marshal. I had some stuff fail that wasn't supposed to, and they have one of the better warranties for RC cars out there, even better than Traxxas. Traxxas, a lot of times, if something breaks, will basically tell you to beat it, even if it was a faulty part. They're horrible customer service. We know you like the last part, buddy. You squid boys like pretty much anything. So we'll probably just finish with getting this gearbox on and then let you guys go. I know you guys have a busy day. Not all of you are like me or Dave's RC. So plus I have to get back to watching the kids before my wife says I'm neglecting them. So I know. I learned today real quick I need to get a new camera, buddy. aka Battle. So it's in the works. I need to just get a better webcam. So I watched a video today that's basically a tutorial on OBS, and so what I'll do is they recommended some good cameras from Logitech because mine's hardwired. I'm not using like a photo camera or camcorder like other people do. So I won't pull a Kenny though and try to save some money on the China, aka AliExpress special. I learned my lesson real quick with Ally. Stay the crap away from them. Well, you probably can hear them a little bit in the background there, Marshall. At least they don't have my dog howling right now. When I was on my therapy call for my PTSD earlier, right in the middle of it, they were making my dog howl. So, how's it going, Crafting? Yeah, that's what they actually recommended, Air Marshal, was a Logitech C920. So, and I've always had good luck with Logitech in the past. So, you're moderated, Craft King. So, we're probably gonna call it quits, guys. Because of my camera, this stupid thing doesn't want to stay in. I gotta find the other one. I gotta find the screw I dropped so I can do that servo. But I'll do a video probably tomorrow or Friday with it back together and possibly running for you guys. For those of us that are gearheads, this thing sounds pretty sweet. So, but Air Marshal, sometime this week or next week, I need to get you on the phone and just have you walk me through how to do OBS. You may have to get off the toilet or put your pants back on while you're doing it, but such is life, buddy. So how's it going, Furball? You guys have any questions for me real quick before I end the stream, since Murphy's Law is hitting me hard right now and nothing wants to go back together? Don't forget Ethan RC if you're available tonight, and then GB after that. Tomorrow night is Marathon Man Kenny and his supposedly broken wrist, and then Friday night you'll see me and Dave's RC again. Broadcasts with him. That's my daughter in the background, guys. She wants something. So. But if you guys don't have any other questions, I hope to see you guys in the 2 broadcasts tonight. So this is Eric with Shadow Alps RC. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and see you in either Ethan or GB stream. Peace.